Hey guys, and welcome back to City Skylines 2. Today we're expanding our little town within our newest region or our newest project, Freya. And of course we will stay with the Austrian inspiration and more specifically the town of Umhausen. And yeah, we will have quite some fun placing down some buildings, expanding some roads, and mostly decorating a lot of stuff here today. As you can see now, I have placed quite a few new buildings. It's not finished yet, so we will only be doing a shorter part here and you know, have some parking areas and also some little gardens later on. And yeah, it will take quite some time because every detail work now really is even more work than it has ever been before. But yeah, we will try some new stuff out. For example, as you can see now, I try to do some custom pathways with the net lane borders and some custom surfaces, and it works quite well. At the start or at the beginning I had some issues because I didn't have the best technique for it, but later on you will see that I use the parallel tool and this makes everything way easier. So yeah, stick with me. And also there might be some changes in the future to this approach as well, because we have a new update in the Real Vision Decals pack, and they also added some cool net lanes and we might end up using those. So we will try that out in a later episode, probably not in episode 3, because I am already building in on episode 3, yeah, and so I haven't installed it yet, so this will probably be somewhere after that then. And yeah, so now you can see that I actually finally use the parallel tool, which will make everything a bit easier to cover, and also you can use the area bucket here to kind of puzzle in the surfaces. However, you have to adjust it manually because it, at least in the curvy ones, in the curvy pathways, it doesn't connect as good as if I had a more straight line or straight pathway, you know? So yeah, also doing some custom fences because we need this to look more realistic, and the general areas or garden areas for the base game buildings is way too small. For my purposes, I need larger gardens and stuff like that, so this will be expanded through this, and also I can give it a custom touch because in real life the fences are mostly wooden fences, like very old dark wooden, and we don't really have that. So the closest one that reaches this kind of effect is the wooden one we have for the I'm not sure what it's called, for the agricultural industry, I believe it should be. So this is commonly used here to kind of symbolize this garden fences. However, I'm mixing in some hedges and other stuff as well, so yeah. Also, as you can see, working with lots of decals, very many, and it's getting to a point where it's starting to look realistic right now. And yeah, it's still a lot of work to do because this is only a small area here and there are multiple houses here. So yeah, I will probably have to stick around there for a while. I've also started to create a little construction zone and also spread some firewood and also log piles, and yeah, to symbolize the inspirational source, so to say, because in everything or every household that I've looked so far had some kind of wood piles, firewood, and you know, it's quite common here to have this in the Bavarian forest as well, but also like for the example region here, the Austrian region of the Alps. Also, I have some weird chicken spawning around the area, as you could have, as you might have seen a few seconds ago. I didn't place them myself; they just appeared. Not sure why. Maybe it's part of the UK British house thing, but I still was kind of wondering where they are coming from, to be honest. Also some entries for cars and other things, maybe, I don't know, maybe you wanna put your bicycle there or just have a, maybe, I don't know, area to sit around in summer, putting out some chairs and stuff like that, so maybe that's also kinda nice. And I tried to mix in surfaces and decals this time too, because we have kinda cool surfaces as well, so it would be a shame to not utilize them, right? So yeah. Doing some work with trees again, using dead models of trees and bushes as well, because they look way better, or at least kind of give a different approach or different look, because they still look nice. They don't look dead. Sometimes it's just like more twigs and smaller wooden. Yeah, twigs is probably the right way to say it, and it looks good. I don't know. I should use it probably more often. Even with the popular, for example, that's really thin looking, was a nice touch for this. So yeah, probably will end up using it a lot more. This small construction area here is yeah, kinda cool to have in between this huge crane in the middle, and I'll add some custom fences around and some dividers, adding some signage later on, as you will see in the outro cinematics. Everything you need for a construction area will be around there. I'm not even sure how to call all this stuff, or all this junk, I would almost say, that's kind of lying around there, just in case you need it, or it just hasn't been transported away from the construction area by the machinery and stuff like that. So yeah, also decorating again. As you can see, it's taking quite a while for this to happen, but in the end it's definitely worth it again. And I believe once this whole town is finally expanded to a larger size, it will look amazing, and I can't wait to do some cinematic shots in the end then. Adding more firewood again. Yeah, so I mean, it's a short episode as always, and it's kind of repeating patterns sometimes, but I have something in my mind that I will show you in a second regarding some signages for the traffic, and also some important information signs that we will place in the course of this episode and also of the next episodes. It will be fun. It will be sometimes exhausting, but I think it's worth it. And the best thing that you have when you place custom signs with the Ride Everywhere mod is that you can save it and apply it to every sign in the future, making it way easier to work with it, because it's simply a mouse click after that. Just place a sign, put it on the texture on it, and you're basically done. Here I recreated the middle part of this intersection from the real location of Mhausen again, and adding some custom signs again, because they look nice and realistic. So also important that people don't drive on the wrong side, right? So people should know where they have to drive. I mean, in City Skylines they just know, but in reality it could probably happen that you would drive in the wrong lane, because it's sometimes very confusing, and I'm honestly quite happy about the signs when I see it, because I know, okay, I'm definitely on the right track. So yeah, probably kind of good that you have them, or to have them around, right? So yeah, it's a bit of a struggle to get it right, because I'm a perfectionist and I want to have it as close as possible so that it doesn't look weird when you look from a side, but you will probably not even see it, to be honest. So yeah, I'm kind of overthinking it sometimes, but I want it to be perfect because we will reuse it, and when I have done it perfectly for one time, I can just do it perfectly the next, I don't know, maybe 100 times, who knows, as well. So yeah, some additional signage here to let people know that they are in a town, like a town sign. I'm not quite sure what it's called in English, to be honest. Probably just a town sign, or city limit sign that you know you're leaving a city right now, so something like that. And yeah, there's one when you enter the town for entry, and one when you leave it, where there's a red crossing going through the town text that we will also add in a second after I finish it. And I will add some metal background later on. I won't be adding it this episode. I actually haven't added it right now, even with all my progress, but I will do that in a few probably. Okay guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for hanging out with me here. I would have talked even more if I didn't have to stop right now, so well, if you liked it, please leave a like and maybe a comment, a nice one maybe, and also subscribe if you want to see more stuff from me. Also, you can check out my Patreon, because I will be uploading the save game to this map very shortly after this episode. And yeah, if you want to explore it yourself, feel free to do that. So now let's dive into the outro cinematics and see you next time. Bye bye!